What's up? This is Cyrus Igono. Um, I woke up this morning and I came to a realization I needed to make a video blog. I had to. I don't usually do this that much, but I was like, man, I'm just sick of just seeing craziness online. I was talking to my guy Marquise last night, and we're wondering why no one from Phoenix is really cool. I know that sounds stupid, but it's like a real problem to me. Like, why aren't there, why don't I know who's doing something? Um, Everybody who does stuff here, no one really goes hard, no one's willing to sleep on the floor to be successful. It's not like the LA, New York stories. So what I wanted to do was make a video blog and show people a simple way to not look whack. Um, it's actually really not that hard to just at least be legitimate. Some of us are trying our hardest to be successful. Other people are just going halfway. But I feel like at least for uh, Phoenix's sake and your own sake, you should at least do these base things so you're not a joke. All right. So one, I hope that offends you because you should take it offensively. And we are a community and we need to look as best as we can. So I'm gonna show you guys a real simple way to not be whack. Don't be whack. All right. So follow along with me here. All right. And you can always check me out at cyrusigono.com. Hit me up. I'm sure you're gonna hate what I have to say, but whatever. Let's see here. Let me look at some of my notes. So Arizona rappers specifically suck. Okay. Musicians suck, but at least there's a lot of successful rock bands and DJs and stuff out of Arizona. But specifically the rappers, man, it's embarrassing. The other creative industries as well. It's not really good at all. No one understands the basics. You gotta have a website, duh. You gotta have basic things to be taken seriously. You know, um, all of you people that are going and paying the same people and performing in front of your friends, to be the greatest person you can be, you're doing it to express your art to people that are like you. You just can't be confined to the same circle of people for your whole life. It's like a joke. you know. So again, we're not saying you have to have made it, but you have to hold yourself to the industry standards. Okay? So I have here a simple formula. I know you guys hate math. I do too. I think I dropped out of school because of it. But creative success is simple. It's B3, B to the third equals C to the third, all right? So I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to give you specific tools that you can go do, and you won't have a problem with this anymore, all right? For real, all right? So the first thing you got to do is you got to brainstorm, okay? I try to talk to people about this stuff all the time, and it really doesn't, people don't really get it. Okay, let me tell you a little story. All right, let's say you're chilling at home. It's Friday, 11:45 a.m. and you get a phone call. Let's say Jay-Z. I'm gonna use rappers as a specific target to this video blog, but this really does apply to any creative field. You get a call at noon, and it's Jay-Z. He says, "Hey, you have to be in New York City by midnight tonight. I want to meet with you. There's this really important thing." Okay, so as a rapper, you know who Jay-Z is. He gives you a phone call. Everything you wanted to do ever in life is in your face. Okay, So a lot of people who are a rapper, I almost feel like a rapper's a bad example because it's like people don't take them seriously because it's such a joke now. But you have to get to New York City by midnight to meet Jay-Z. The first thing you're gonna do is figure out how to get there. Okay? So I'm gonna type in New York City, right? I'm gonna figure it out. But really, all of us are smarter than this. We're just gonna type on Google and look at plane flights because we know that flying there is the fastest way. But I guess to illustrate what I'm trying to say is you have to figure out the destination. You have to like Google, you have to MapQuest how you're gonna get there. Driving from Phoenix to New York City doesn't make sense. Does that make sense? So when you're saying, hey, how am I gonna get from point A to point B? What you're gonna do is you're gonna figure out the fastest way to get there. All right. So as a creative person, you have to MapQuest. You have to figure it out. You can't just say, wake up one day, oh, I'm gonna do this. That is not what people that are successful do. You have to have a plan. You have to have a step-by-step plan. So, like a simple thing you can do, I'm going to show you this, is to go to Google Drive. This is an example of something we've done. Create a spreadsheet and list out your ideas. Okay? So one thing that we do when we work with people is we just list them out. Tell me 100 reasons why you're gonna achieve what you're gonna achieve, and then tell me 100 reasons why you're gonna fail. Simple stuff that no one ever really does because they think they have it figured out. But the reality is you have to take the time and commit your ideas to a document or paper. A dream is spoken goals or spoken desires. When you commit them to a document or paper, now they're goals. Now they're a real life thing. You have to do that. All right? You have to list the artists that you're like. You have to list out stuff. You have to do this. You cannot just wake up and start trying to it's like trying to wake up in Phoenix and walk to New York City. Yeah, you have to go northeast, but like how long is it going to take there? How much time are you going to waste if you don't know exactly where to go, how to get there, what's the fastest way? Think about it like this. Why would I walk to New York City when I could drive, or better yet, why when I could fly? Simple concepts. Simple concepts. So the first B here is you got to brainstorm. All right? You must brainstorm. You have to commit what you're doing to a document that you can reference and see, am I on the right path? Very simple stuff. Like if you go and go to Coca-Cola and you say, hey, let me see your business plan, they're going to pull out a huge old stack and say, here's our plan for success. If the biggest companies in the world are doing this, you have to do it too. You can't just try to freestyle your way and try to hustle your way to wherever you're trying to go. You have to plan it out. All right? So the second part is you have to have the base. So when I say base, I mean website, social media, the basic stuff, okay? So when you put out this document, when you write your goals down in paper, you're going to say, okay, who am I marketing to? So if you see here, this is the customer, this is the target consumer. These are the brands they like. These are the sort of things that they wear. And then you can take this and you can translate this to an actual real life website where you see here, okay, these are these ideas and they're now committed to an actual real life form. where you could see the things on that form are represented here on this website. Whether it be merchandise, photos, etc., the things that are laid out in that plan are now like come to life in a tangible thing. You cannot just try to freestyle forever. You have to have a plan. So this is like some simple things that you could do, and you see like the branding consistency if you relate it back to that other document. Okay, I'll pull this up here. You can see this. It's the same sort of branding. It's the same sort of feel. It's professionally done. You know, this is what a lot of people out here like don't understand. You know, this isn't like, oh, I'm a tight rapper. Nah, you're a business. You're a product. I'm not gonna buy a product from you. You know, Drake, OVO, it's all this sort of stuff. It's a product. You know, are people gonna buy it from you? So I don't know what's up with my slow internet. These photos aren't loading, but you know, you get the point, right? You get the point. So you have to have the base. You have to have a website. You need to have your social media. You have to have merchandise. Okay? That's the other thing. If you don't have those three things, how can you make money? You can't do it. You cannot do it. It's not possible. You know, if you don't have a website in 2015, 2016, 2017 going onward, you're not a real thing. How many people in Arizona in music business don't have a website? Like, yo, it's not acceptable, you know? And then how many people don't have merchandise? You know, like newsflash, no one buys music anymore. You know, it's a celebrity driven world that we're living. You have to become a person of prominence for no matter what it is that you do. You have to be known as a personality. So you have to have merchandise. This must happen. Okay? Would you rather make $25 selling a shirt or 99 cents selling a freaking song? Come on, guys. So I'm going to move on to the next topic, and that's buzz. All right? So if you have a clear plan, you brainstormed, if you have the base, which is the website, social media, and ability to make money, which is the merchandise, then all you got to do is you have to get your buzz up. People have to know who you are. So basically, you have to get people that are going to help make you seen or known. So I'm going to give you some websites to use that you could find these people to make it happen. All right. And before I do that, I want to sit and give you guys a little freaking lesson. Okay. The difference between a normal person and a celebrity is very, very simple. And people overcomplicate this. Okay. A normal person, no one cares what you do. If you go to Circle K or Fry's and you look like a scrub, nobody cares. With a celebrity, everyone cares what you do. If Kim K goes to Walmart, it's going to be on every single website in the world because she's created that mystique about her. So let me go ahead and give you a little tip, a little insider secret. That stuff can be manufactured. Yes, it can be faked. Okay? So maybe if no one's talking about you or your music or what it is that you're doing, you need to start talking about yourself. You need to get other people to talk about you. So that's why a lot of people do controversial things to make that happen. But regardless, a simple way to do it is to get a publicist. And publicists are people who make that happen. They can cost anywhere from as low as $100 a month to do press releases up to like 10, 20,000. It doesn't really matter. But, here are some ways that you can do that. So this website right here, followerwonk.com, you can go and you can actually find every single person on Twitter who has specific words in their bio. So, you guys owe me because like I be charging people for this stuff. A lot of money. Publicist, let's see, journalist, we're in Phoenix, so I can search Phoenix, Scottsdale, and I can search their bios, and then bam, there's 385 people who call themselves a journalist or a publicist that live in our city. So this can apply to you no matter where you're at in the world. So for you to have music out, for you to have a clothing line, for you to be doing anything and not anybody know who you are, or not for you to have no search history online, etc., it's really unacceptable. Because you can do this stuff very easily. I just showed you how to do this. Okay? Maybe Phoenix publicists suck. Let's look for Los Angeles publicists. And then maybe San Francisco. Bam. Hit the search bar. Okay, there's only 7. Maybe I spelled something wrong. There's got to be more than that. But it's very, 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 very straightforward. It's really like not that crazy. Another second place that you can do is go to IMDb Pro. Okay? It's another huge database of people. It costs like $15 a month. And like if you sign up for it, it's such a pain if you try to cancel. So just be worried, just be warned. But what you can do is simply say, "Oh, I like Jessica Roberts," and you can go on here and you can search, "Oh, who's Jessica Roberts' publicist?" And then you can contact them and get them to be your publicist if you have the money. You can say, "Oh, I like James Franco. Oh, I like Lil Wayne." You can go and see who actually represents Lil Wayne and contact them and then pay them to work for you. It really is that simple. And the information is really laid out there. It's not crazy. So, like, if you think about it, there's really no excuse, okay? So, if you go back to what I said here with this B3 equals C3, if you can have a clear vision on where you're going, if you can have a website, legitimate social media, and you can have merchandise, then the next step is getting people to know who you are and what you're doing. You're going to get these 3 things: cash, comfort, and congratulations. Your parents are going to like you. They're going to think you're actually doing something with your life. People are going to get behind your cause, and you're actually going to be able to make money. All right? So, that stuff is important. And me being from Phoenix, I'm sick. It makes me sick when I meet people who are trying to do stuff and they like don't even have anything. Like, there's 24 hours in a day. Your life is basically, there's a saying that says your life is an accumulation of your words. I like to say your life is an accumulation of your Google searches, right? If you search Google, how do I become famous? Or how do I get a record deal? You're going to find things that are going to give you that result as long as you keep searching. If you search Google for World Star Hip Hop, the latest fights, you're just going to be wasting your time. So this stuff isn't rocket science. You gotta be on the search for it. So, if you want, you can hit us up and you can hit me up, but I don't want to keep seeing the failures of not, I see these flyers, I see all these things online from people, in our city, and it just kind of disgusts me because no one's really going anywhere. You're lying if you think that you're actually doing something. There's like less than 5 people that I've seen who are doing something in Phoenix that like actually has the potential to go somewhere because they're not searching knowledge and applying it. So please take what I said and apply it to what you do, and change the path that you're on. Um, yeah, totally. Hit me up, call me, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Doesn't really matter, but yeah, you know, it's a Cyrus Egono. Hit me up at cyrusegono.com. Remember, B to the third equals C to the third. Get these base things and you'll be alright. Talk to you soon.